and welcome to the 145th episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto, and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. So this week, I was able to get an episode done. Woohoo! I have one finished object, one work in progress, and one new cast on, plus stash enhancements and project planning that I was not quite expecting. Let's get into it. So my first thing I'm going to show off is the October hat. The one that I did for my youngest brother. It is ready. I was hoping to give it to him this week, but we ended up not seeing each other. So it's going to be at least another couple weeks before I see him again. So this is the October hat by Sloan Rosenthal. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I even made a pom-pom. It turned out pretty good. I think so. I hope he likes the size of it. I don't think one too big would have been great for him. I don't think he would have liked that, but I think the size would have been just fine. I do have a little bit of ends on the inside to from the pom-pom to sew in, but that's pretty much it. The yarn that I use for this is Durum Natura Cyrano in the colorway Tempest. That beautiful navy blue. And the cabling workers were actually really, really nice. I like that. Okay, so finished object, done. We will put you over there and hopefully you won't get involved with anything else. Okay, so yes, it's right here. I actually went out today and I didn't realize until I already made it to my destination that I forgot my socks at home. So I had nothing to knit on while I was at this place. You might have seen the story on Instagram. Ugh. Just not fun. However, I am happy to come back to this project. So this is the Misselthwaite, right? Misselthwaite Manor socks by Lisa K. Ross, aka Paper Daisy Creations. So this is my socks for April, and here it is. I've made it to the heel, finished the heel, and I started on the foot, just barely. I think I finished the repeat from the leg is pretty much what I did. So the yarn that I'm using for this one, this is from Feisty Fibers in the colorway Spelling Bee. So it's that. See that? After, if you look on the heel, you can see kind of like what it's like. It's mostly yellow with like little speckles of black that just pop up everywhere. I love it. So it's coming along quite nicely. I'm loving the feel of the yarn. Oh, and I'm loving the pattern. And this is coming from a person who doesn't like purls that pop up like this, but I'm liking this. This is looking very, very nice. I think it's a nice contrast there size-wise. I think it's great. Yeah, I didn't quite follow the instructions because based on the instructions, I always end up doing half a row and then do the heel on the back half of the sock. Some people, when they design it, they complete the row and then start the heel on the front half of the sock. I just don't do that. I don't know why. I used to do that when I used to follow patterns that closely. I just switched it up. So alignment wise, it might be a little bit off than what the designer said, but I don't think anybody's going to notice it. And if they are, that means they're way too close. But I like it. So last time you had seen, I was just here on the cuff and I've made it this far. I plan by next week, by the time I show next week, this sock will be done and I'll be started on the second one. Because honestly, this is like popcorn knitting. It's very, very simple, easy to memorize. It goes through pretty darn quick. Yeah. It's being housed in my float tote. And I'm loving it. Next project, I guess, is my new cast on, because that's pretty much all I've worked on. My only other, well, I have two other works in progress that I haven't really touched in a while. One of them is the Wool and Honey sweater. I switched the tips back over. I did that later on this week. And on the day that I had decided I was going to, while there was slow time at work, that I was going to pick up and work on my Wool and Honey, there ended up not being any slow time at work. So it's just sitting on my desk chair, just waiting. I still haven't touched my shawlography. It'll get touched when it gets touched. That's all I can say about it. So now, this inside my Delphine bag, this is my second quarter sweater. That's the best way to describe it. So I decided to do the Rocket Tea by Tanis Lavallee. And the yarn that I'm using, I've shown off before. It's from the Knitting Loft. It's the Boots base and their Dust base. Oh, hold on, gotta make sure that's not going in the wrong spot. So the Boots base and their Dust base in the color Paris Blue. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade of blue. I love this so much, and they go so nicely together. So, and now I will show you where I am in this. I haven't made it to join in the round, but you can quite clearly tell what it's going to be. Okay, here's the back of it, so to speak. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love the way that shows up. It looks very, very nice. I haven't even bought my black tank top I'm going to wear underneath it, but I will. I have one, but I think I want to get a different one. So right now, my hope was, as of this morning, I'd be joining it in the round. Unfortunately, I fell behind on Friday, and I did not pick up and knit a single stitch for the entire day. So I spent yesterday trying to catch up, and then afterwards, I haven't touched it for today. So I might be able to do it. Actually, let me just check on my schedule, see if it's possible. So I just had to... Nope, I have to check on the actual pattern itself. Let's go. Oh, there. So, nope, wrong pattern again. Let's try it again. Yeah, I think I might be able to get to the point of joining in the round today. But I have to, it depends, because I've got other stuff that I got to do. I'm trying to be responsible. But it's eventually going to be a V-neck. And that is it so far. I am loving it. I think it's turning out really, really nicely. I love the color of it. Oh, I'm so excited to see this one finished to wear. And I don't think, honestly, I know it doesn't have to take me long, but it always depends as to how I'm feeling. Once I separate for the sleeves, whether or not I fall into the, it takes forever or not, that's the question. So I'm liking where this is now. I'm doing everything according to the size that's listed. Same, honestly, I've completely forgot to swatch. But I have faith. Because it's not like, number one, it's a baggy enough sweater. And I'm not doing it directly to my bust size. So it's not going to be too small. And that's what I care about most. So I got my needles. I'm loving the fact that they're fixed. I don't have to worry about twisting them back into the right spot. So that is my lovely sweater that I am enjoying immensely. Put that in there. And I also always have to make sure that nothing gets caught on the zipper for this. So those are all my current projects right now. Yeah, actually, I'm not certain how long this episode is going to be. It might be a bit short. And it's mostly because I have other stuff I have to do, and I'm trying to make sure I get them done too. Okay, so I guess let's go on to, let's see, what should we start with? Let's start with my stash enhancements. We'll start with my stash enhancements. So last week you got to see the picture of my C6 sweater. My aunt took the picture, and I was wearing my hat. I wear this hat all the time. And then she asked me, oh, so when are you going to knit me a hat? I've knit her socks. I've knit her sweater. Now she's asking me for hats. Like, can't get away. But she really likes this pattern and asked me if I could knit this one again for her. But she did not want it in the mustard blue. And so I went on the Knitting Loft website, and she picked out two colors because she wants to, actually, excuse the hat hair. She wanted this hat, but she wanted the brim to be a different color, right? So I think she liked the yellow was it the yellow? I'll double check with her. So the brim is going to be one color. This part's going to be the other color. All I know is she said she wanted yellow, but she did not want the mustard yellow. So I said, yeah, I can still get it with the same yarn that I had from before. So that's not going to be a problem. And it wasn't until I was at the store on Friday, you'll hear about my adventures and how that ended up happening, I went and I picked up both yarns, and I came home and I'm like, hold on a second. I have this yarn at home. So let me show you the two yarns that I left with from the Knitting Loft. Well, two of them. I left, hold on a second. Okay, so I left with this yarn, which is color 107. That's a unique color for me because I've never used this one from Mondim. And then I also left with 114. And it wasn't until I was at home and I was looking in the bag and I'm like, why does this look so familiar? I used this color for my aunt's sweater. For her love note that I made for her, was it last year or the year before that? This was a shade of blue that I had used. So I probably have leftovers sitting inside my stash. And I didn't think about that before I went and I bought the yarn. So these are going to be the two colors for her hat. I already told her she ain't getting it until like August would be the absolute earliest. I didn't even have to buy these now, but I did because I was there. So let's go on with, there's one book that I had gotten actually quite a few weeks ago, and I completely and totally forgot that I hadn't shown it. But here's the other thing. I had also not taken it out of the bag that I got it from because I got it from Amazon. What was it? In the month of March on the Love and Stitches membership, we had Tony Lipsy come in and give a talk about Tunisian crochet. It was actually about crochet in general and her history with crafting and all of that kind of stuff. But she spent a good amount of time talking about Tunisian crochet. I found out she wrote a book. I don't even Tunisian crochet. And before she even finished talking about it, I bought a Tunisian crochet book. I bought her Tunisian crochet book. So I love this thing. I don't even have a Tunisian crochet hook. So I was talking I was talking with Bruna. She had said it's not something that she really carries in her store because not a lot of people Tunisian crochet. And even just talking to Tony from TL Yarn Crafts, a lot of people do not. So it's not something I would really expect to be in most stores. So because that looks about right. Oh, no, glasses. So I'm coming back again. It doesn't seem like it to you, but my video decided to cut out while I was busy talking about the book. I looked at it. Trust me, I talked a lot more after that. And I'm just like, seriously? I just put everything down, went downstairs, cooked myself some dinner for the next week or so for lunch. Let's get back to it. So I got this book. It's a wonderful book. There's a market bag in here that I want to learn how to Tunisian crochet. And I'm going to have to make a trip to Michael's in order to get a Tunisian crochet. Well, no, find out the size for the product that I want to make. Buy the yarn there as well. Then go to Michael's and get the size that I need. And try it out and see if I like it. And if I like it, well, you never know. I might come back home with a Tunisian crochet set. We'll have to see. All right. We got that one done. Next. So that means, oh my gosh, that means I have to talk about my whole trip again. Okay. So this morning, when I got up, I had my grocery delivery. And generally on Sundays, I go to Starbucks, I sit down, relax, get a hot drink or cold drink. This is a new thing for me. So I haven't really had cold drinks when I've gone there. But I get like something to drink, something to eat, and I sit down there and I watch like YouTube and I knit. Problem is, when I got to Starbucks, I already made my order, sat down, took off my jacket, opened up my backpack, pulled out my electronics. Then I realized I kind of forgot my knitting at home. So I wasn't able to work on it. But the plan after that usually is, let's go to the loft. Like if there's something I have to pick up at the loft. So I went to the loft. I knew from Friday I was going to be going back there. First of all, I had to go and pick up my copy of the book Worsted by Aimée Gil, I think, of La Bien-Aimée. She was at, I forgot the name of the shop, and that's like ridiculous. She was at the Knitting Loft on Friday and Saturday. And when I got there on Friday, I literally saw her for 5 minutes and her Uber was coming to take her home. And I'm still like, oh, darn it, didn't come early enough. So I ended up trying on a cardigan that I really like from here. It's called the Andrea cardigan. It's actually designed by Andrea Maury, but she was using La Bien-Aimée yarn. Beautiful cardigan. I already found a use for it, so this is going to be bumped up on my list to knit. I found that cardigan, and there was also another sweater in there that I really liked. That was called Perennial by Nora Gauguin, I think, or Gohan. Or maybe it's Goffin. It's Gaughan. It's one of those letters, set of letters. It's just like, okay, wait, how do you pronounce it in this one? But anyway, so there are two sweaters in here that I want to knit. So I just talked about it cutting out on me, and it did it again. I'm at the point where I just don't want to use my phone right now, so I'm using my iPad. So it's a little bit of a different angle, different view. Actually, have I ever recorded on this one? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But let's go on with, hopefully, if I remember where I am. Let's see here. Go back to here. Try again. This book, like it, great. Market bag I want to make. Gotta buy needles from Michael's, and I will try it out, and if I like it, I will then buy an actual set. Number 1. Number 2, book got from Aimé Gilles, or Gilles, sorry, from La Bien-Aimée. There are 2 patterns in here. A cardigan that I tried on that was really nice, and that was called Andrea. And then there is also a pattern by called Perennial by Nora Gauguin, or Gauguin. I'm going to put the name on the screen. Both of those I would like to do. I'd like to do the cardigan a lot sooner. I would like to do the cardigan a lot sooner. Mostly due to the fact that I got a dress that I think it would look really nice with. I'm just debating on the color. I have some options. Haven't decided on the color yet. That takes care of that. And it's also signed by the author now because she was doing a tour for, I guess, Quebec and Ontario at yarn shops, and she was there. On top of seeing, no, actually, this is from before. I even saw the patterns in La Bien-Aimé's book. I saw a sweater that I didn't even realize I had in my, that I had already purchased, that I did not even realize the pattern. And I decided I'm definitely going to make it. And right now, the call of it is very, very strong. To the point where, after I finish my rocket tee, I'm probably going to cast it on very, very soon. It's a Lawrenson sweater by, hold on a second, I can't remember what her name is. Let me look it up. Hallelujah, for notepads that sync. A Lawrenson sweater by Lily Kate France, and I like this one. It was suggested by Bruna to go for the Gilead yarn for this one. So this is the one that I've chosen. The color of it is called Conte de Rose. So I really like the color. I think the color is gorgeous. And it's probably about the right color that I want. I was looking for like a pinky purple type of thing. Like almost like maybe like almost like a red wine. Like in that family of colors where it could be a purple or red or a pink. It's dark enough to fit all of those. So I bought one so I can swatch. Because I honestly don't think this is the weight of yarn that they recommended. They recommended Aran. This is a worsted, I think. And to me, that means they mean the same thing. But knitters who know more than me say that it's not necessarily the same. So I'm going to swatch and try and get gauge and work within that. But I really, really like this color, and I think it will look good on my skin tone. I think it really will. So that takes care of all of my, oh no, forgot about this. I got a new pair of scissors. Sorry, the packaging no longer looks nice, because when I opened it before, when I thought I was recording, I had opened it up. So this is from Mercantile and Mills, Draper. So it's a pair of scissors, right there. Baby bow scissors. They are, honestly, they look absolutely adorable. Yeah, that's it. That's the scissors. They're functional. But these are going to be like my at-home scissors. I don't really want to take these around with me. Mostly because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. If I lose like dollar store scissors, I don't care. But for that, I don't want to lose it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because right now, with the fact that this is like my 3rd time having to re-record parts of this thing, it's driving me up the wall just that little bit. So that's 3 patterns that I'm really looking forward to doing. I haven't decided, but I'm definitely going to be still doing my SSX? No, wrong. SSK sweater by Helga Isager, because that was the reason why I got the knit book in the first place. However, there was another sweater that I had on my list that I was supposed to do for 2022, and I might take it out and switch it for at least one other pattern. It was the Sand Waves by Ruriko. I might end up saving it for next year. I might just do that because it's just because there's so many other ones that I'm really, really liking that I want to do. And I'm assuming, especially if I do the Lawrenson sweater, it shouldn't take as long because it's worsted weight, or technically it's Aran weight. And everything I've been doing is either fingering, it works out to being a sport at most, fingering or sport. So I think it should go faster once I figure out what size I need to make. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And besides, something tells me that the SSK is going to take a lot of time because it's like lace and mohair held together. I don't know if that works out to being a fingering or not. I don't think so, because I would have thought 2 laces together would be it. Either way, actually, I really feel like I should start contemplating as to what yarn I'm going to be using for that, because it's going to be a lot of yardage on either side. Ooh. I don't know. I haven't decided that. I'll have to think about that. That'll be my next thing. Okay, hold on. Don't mind me thinking out loud. So after I finish my rocket tee, we're doing the Lawrenson and we are probably going to start the Lawrenson and the Andrea cardigan at the same time, because they're both worsted weight, and I really do want to finish that quickly because I want to be able to wear my cardigan with the dress that I bought for my birthday. Hopefully sometime over the summer or early fall. I'd like to have them both done for that. And then on top of that, there's the perennial sweater that I'm really liking, but I think I'm going to save that for next year. I just need to make sure everything is done before October, because October is when the 4th quarter sweater comes, and I know that's going to take up most of my time. So I've gotten that at least somewhat figured out. So I'm going to go plug away on my rocket tee because I really want to wear it. I want to be able to wear it in the summer. And I think I could get it done really quick because I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm almost at finished the first yoke, and the second yoke doesn't look like it takes that long. Or no, I don't even remember. I have to look it up on the pattern, but it looks like it's very doable. So I'm looking forward to working on that. I think that's going to be it for knitting. I didn't really go anywhere this weekend. Other than going to the yarn shop, that was pretty much it. I didn't go to my dad's, didn't even see my dad this weekend, although he did call me for my birthday, but he always calls me for my birthday. Either calls or sends a text, and he made sure he did that this week. So, yeah. That's going to be everything for today. I hope to see you again. I'm not exactly certain whether I'm going to be filming next weekend, because I was supposed to go to my friend's house, and if I go to my friend's house, I may not make it back home in a decent amount of time. So next week's kind of iffy as to whether or not there's going to be an episode. I'm just warning you in advance. I still have to talk to my friend as to what exactly we're going to do. So that's going to be everything for this week. Hope to see you again soon, and have a good day. Bye.